Yet another trans man finding out the hard way that the life experience of men is that of abuse and loneliness. Now, he's going to say something along here in his video, which is going to take all the sympathy I have for him away. Now, let's hear what he has to say.
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. I had closer friendships with random women I met in the bathroom before I transitioned at clubs because of how open women are.
Well, yeah, women are open because women like one another. Men are closed off for a good reason. You're finding out the abuse men have, or suffer. If you have negative experience dealing with people, you don't want to deal with people, so you close off, right?
Then
so he's immediately trying to paint these women's privileged existence as being superior to men.
I've had in my 8 years of transitioning, because women are just so much more vulnerable and deep than men.
No, they're not more vulnerable. You're crying now because you're a man. You're vulnerable now. By the way, everyone, the debate whether trans men are men is over. Doesn't matter what this guy has between his legs. He passes as a man, he's perceived as a man, and therefore he's treated as a man. That's what counts. His life experience is that of a man now, so he is one.
But to have known, and I think a lot of trans men feel this, is we knew what depth felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to have people want to hug us.
Again, dude, that's not depth. That's privilege. He's doing it again. He's trying to paint women's privileged life as superiority to men. No.
And to have people want to talk to us and to have a community, and then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you.
Thank you for admitting what our experience is. People don't like men, that's right. And community is built around women. So if you aren't a woman or validated by women, you're not a part of the community. You're alone. Exactly. And people cross the street to avoid you, right?
And friendships are so much harder to build. And people are colder. What's hard is none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis white men.
There you go. So this guy is a guy too, because this is very typical male behavior. Feel empathy for me, but none for all the other guys. That's what this guy did. You are part of the problem, whatever your name is, right? You are part of the problem. So you're going to demonize other men, yet you think they're going to feel empathy for you. He's talking about his own demographic. So if these women have the right to spit on the demographic that you are, then why are you here crying and saying, please feel empathy for me? So I feel zero sympathy for this loser now, this cretin. I hope you suffer for the remainder of your life.
All of that's valid. But I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher in men. Because this shit is lonely.
So you understand why the suicide rate is higher for men. But the demonization of men is valid.
And I'm an emotionally mature man. I know how to build friendships, and it is still really, really hard.
See that jab? You see, if men don't like this guy, then we're just emotionally immature. Yet, dude, Women don't like you anymore. Did all those women become emotionally immature? Right?
Try to think about how you can, in your small little community where you feel safe, can reach out to the men in your life and just help them feel maybe seen for a moment.
So you're feeling extremely lonely and isolated as a man, and you want to reach out to the women in the community who don't? Man, what a beggar. Why didn't you just stay a woman and live a easy, privileged life?
Or do little conversations to help their emotional maturity so that they can reach out to people and have deeper guy friendships.
Oh, I see. So you're saying to these women, hey, I'm going to talk to you and you'll overcome your disgust at me. Is this what I'm hearing? Dude, you're out of your mind. You're in denial of how women view men, and you were once a woman. Women don't like men, and they don't have any good reason not to like men. They just don't. They're not emotionally immature. They just don't like men. And you're not going to talk them out of that, dude. You are one of us now. Suffer